Okay, the Gourd Dance Society is a group of people that, in our particular instance, it evolved from many different organizations. Mainly, I guess you would say that it was the police of the village along many hundreds of years ago. The Gourd Dance Society at that time patrolled the village hunts, the buffalo hunts. They made sure that everything went perfectly, because if they messed up, a member of the tribe spooked the buffalo herd and the herd got away, then that might mean starvation for that winter. They also kept peace within the village, settled many disputes, things of that sort. Okay, I'm ready. Well, the criteria for becoming a member today, I guess, would still be we select the warriors. By that I mean the leaders of the Indian community today, such as the businessmen, the activists, or just the fellow who is out there trying to do as much as he can for the Indian community. Then he must show a general interest in learning about the culture and the history of the Gourd Dance Society, and he must be willing to participate, become a gourd dancer. I guess that's it. Oh, okay. Yes, many of our men are veterans. It's again, it goes back to selecting warriors. And today, in order to go into battle or have been into battle, then you must be a member of the armed forces. And it's not that we prefer them, but it's just that many of these people drift to our organization, our functions. They're very proud of their past battle records and their medals, and they display them, much as the older Indians used to display eagle feathers, which were coup feathers, which were valuable to them and had significance in various things. That's the way they use their medals today, their war medals. The Gourd Dance Society today is made up of, I would say, the Golden State Gourd Dance Society is made up of about 60 members, 60 active members. We are now in the process of taking in associate members. There are people who are not of Indian ancestry, I guess you could say, who have shown an interest and would like to further our programs and our causes, and they will be taken in as associate members. Well, the Gourd Dance Society, I guess, is composed of about 60 members now, and growing. We finally decided that we're only going to take in new members once a year. Today is the day for this year. It comprises membership from San Diego, I guess about halfway up to San Francisco. That's it.
Okay. And you mentioned.
Okay. I guess the reasoning behind the gourd dance and the age of the actual gourd dance is hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of years old. It was old a long time before the white men came. The Gourd Dance Society was known under many different names. I can't think offhand of what some of the names were among the various tribes, but some of the functions of the society, even during those days, was to protect the buffalo hunt, to police the buffalo hunts, to make sure that the hunts were carried out exactly right. The Gourd Dance people were also the last defenders of the village. In time of attack from an enemy tribe, the Gourd Dance Society was commissioned to go to the edge of the village and pin themselves to the ground with a sacred arrow. And they were to stay there until either one of three things happened. Either the battle was won, they were killed, or when all hope was lost, a fellow gourd dancer could release him, but only another man. He couldn't release himself. We also were like the general police of the camp. We kept the camp in order.
Beginning with the placement of the ceremonial.
Okay, I'll even go back before that, how we select him, yeah, okay. Okay, I guess the criteria you would call it would be, for selecting a new member, would be number one, he is observed during a course of a year or maybe 2 years or even 3 years or longer. And his actions are important because we want only the highest caliber type Indian person in our organization. It's an all-male society. There are no women members. The women do belong through their husbands or their sons or their relatives, but we dance, the men dance in the center around the drum, and the women dance in the back, right by their chairs. The way that we do it is a new member must be sponsored. That means one of our members must say, well, he wants to join, he has approached me, and I want to sponsor him into our organization. So then we have a meeting, and the prospective member is discussed, and the board of directors, there are 6 of us, votes on this individual. And one no vote cancels him out until the next year. We take him in once a year now. And we try to keep personalities and things of that sort out. There has to be a very good reason for that no vote. We haven't had a no vote yet. The members have all been very honorable, upward men. We call the gentleman up, and his sponsor puts our blanket on him, puts the Gourd dance blanket, the red and blue blanket, the mescal bandolier, the sash, and the gourd, and an eagle fan or a hawk fan or a fan of some sort. These are the costuming. Then we take the new initiate and we dance around the arena twice with him, ending up facing the sun, facing the east part of whether you're in a building or outside, you end up facing the east. Then all of his relatives come immediately behind, and they dance immediately behind him, and then all of the rest of the Gourd dance members, his friends and relatives, other people, dance behind them. And then at that time, if you feel very strongly toward him, then you give him a donation. You lay money at his feet, or blankets, or jewelry, or whatever it is you want to give to him. You give it to him, and he in turn gives that away to other people that are around, be it to the singers. Ordinarily it's given to the singers, or he can give it to anybody he wants, but it's an honoring thing that he does. He honors his other friends. Yes. Okay, yes, it is very honorable to be a member of the Gourd Dance Society. It's an exclusive organization, and as I've said, we're very critical of who becomes a member. And there's not a whole lot, you're not expected to do a whole lot toward the organization. It's enough to belong to the organization and that you are out there working for Indian programs or Indian causes or trying to better your life. I guess that's about it. It's just a proud thing to belong to. The songs have a significance, I guess it would be, in that they're done in Okay, our songs have a special meaning to us. I am not just exactly positive of what they mean, but what I do know is that they're sung in sets of four to a set, and there's a opening song for the whole Gourd dance situation, and then there's a quitting song. The quitting song is always the buffalo song, buffalo dance, and when you do that, that's the end of the powwow for that powwow, be it 1, 2, or 3 days. The songs themselves are songs of battles and tales of heroism, and even some of them are prayer songs. But I'm just not sure. We'd have to double check with our head singers. They're in charge of that end of it, that area. Okay, I guess the reason that the organization, well, I know the reason for the organization being an all-male society, it doesn't have anything to do with chauvinism. It's a warrior society, and all of the warriors were men, in the olden days. And it's just a tradition and a custom that has been kept alive by the warrior societies.
As mentioned earlier, during the
Don't say as. What does it mean to have been selected as a member of this organization?
Well, to me, it's really an honor because this is a society, a Gourd
statement. Right.
To me, it's quite an honor to be selected to join the Gourd Dance Society. As a, I guess, contemporary Indian, it feels good to have a traditional society that will come to you and ask you to join their organization. As a Pawnee Indian, I'm pleased that the Golden State Gourd Dance Society selected me to become a member of their club. This is a society that you do not solicit the club, but they in turn come to you and ask and honor you by asking to join the organization. And to me, it's quite an honor for, say, a contemporary Indian to be asked by one of the most traditional organizations, that is Indian organizations in Los Angeles, to be a member.
Because of the environment, the countryside. When you try and put these ceremonies in the city, then sometimes it almost seems out of place. But rather than just let it go and ignore it, they try and continue that. I'm a member of the Golden State Gourd Clan Society because it's an organization that gives me a sense of pride and identifies me with a group of Indian people, specifically from the Indian people of the Plains area. This is a very traditional ceremony, and it dates back many years. To be asked to be a member of the Golden State Gourd Clan Society is a great honor, and there are many things that you have to observe. For instance, you have to be worthy to be a member of the society. The songs are, of course, very important because the songs tell about the warrior society, and in fact the songs are probably the most important thing in expressing what the society is about. It all blends together in harmony with the dancers and with the meaning of the society itself.
You ready? Yeah, I'm president of the California State Gourd Dance Society, and to me it's an honor to be a member. I'm now serving as the president, and I think that this shows us, and it keeps the Indians out here that are living off the reservation, are living off their land from back home, what they call us off-reservation Indians now, gives us some kind of tie with the Indians back home. And a Gourd Dance Society is more or less a veterans or a warrior society, and all the songs that we sing, all the dances that we do, and everything that we do have a meaning. And to me, this meaning is something that I can relate to my past people, the warriors, the old way the Indians used to live. So today, the way the Indian lives today is he has to cling to something because of the way society is, the way you live out here. So I'm very proud that I can be a president of this type of organization. And to me, it's an honor. Wherever you go somewhere, they ask you, okay. My name is Howard Yakus. I'm president of the California State Gourd Dance Society, and to me, to be a member and the president of this organization means it's a big honor. At home, the Kiowas and the Comanches and the Cheyennes and all different tribes have their own type of Gourd Dance Society. So in order for us to keep our ties, we formed this Golden State Gourd Dance Society about 3 years ago, and I'm a chartered member. And what I was saying is that to me, to be a member or the president, serving as president now is a big honor because the warrior type of situation that they had way back in the early American days when the Indians had to fight for their land, the Indians had to show courage, they took one-on-one fights, they've had to distinguish themselves as warriors. So today we have our servicemen, we have our Vietnam veterans, our World War II veterans, our Korean veterans, And these guys all belong to a Gourd Dance Society of some type back in Oklahoma. So we formed ours out here, and are a intertribal Gourd Dance Society. We've taken in tribes from all over the United States to belong to our tribe, our society. And I think that it's such an honor to be a member that I would go and do just about anything I could for the society as far as raising monies, getting new memberships, things of this nature. And like I said, we have, like Ira Hayes was an honored Indian. We have some pilots from World War II and Korean War, and these guys are all members. So to be a member in this type of company is what I feel is really an honor.
Yeah, I'm a member of the Omaha tribe from the state of Nebraska. And one of the main reasons that I enjoy belonging to the Golden State Gourd Society is because of the significance it has to me. In the Omaha tribe, I'm a member of the Halushka Society, or the Halushka clan, which were the police force or the last line of defense for our tribe. In a sense, the same goes with the Gourd Dance Society. These are the police force of the tribes, and it makes me very happy that I can go ahead and teach my children the old ways. Since we're so far away from home that I'm not in contact with them that well. But in participating in the Gourd Society here, we can essentially teach my children the significance of their clan, their Halushka clan back home, which was actually the same thing. They're the police force and the last line of defense for their tribe.
Okay, but just before we get into this, Butch Gober, who is the first inductee, has taken the money that was given to him by everybody, and he's placing it on the drum. Aho. Okay, our second fellow that we are pleased and proud to become a member of the Gourd Dance Society is Mr. Roy Cook. Roy, would you please come forward, please? Roy Cook is being sponsored by Mr. Wilbur Solomon and Mr. George Hemmel. These are our members from the San Diego area. They will place his blanket on him, and they have the jewelry and the equipment. Roy has been, as with all of our inductees, has asked to be a member of the Gourd Society. And he also was voted upon prior to today's festivities. Okay. The first piece of equipment that they're putting on, Roy, is the sash. The sash is symbolic. Most of the pieces of equipment now are symbolism. The symbolism connected with this sash is that years ago, hundreds of years ago, the Gourd Society members were known by various different names in each tribe. In some of them they were called the Strongheart Society, the Police Soldiers, various names. Symbolism behind the sash is that this was a piece of equipment that all of the police of the tribe wore. They were the last defenders of the tribe. They would go when in time of attack or when the enemy was attacking the village, the gourd dancers would go to the perimeter of the village and tie themselves to the ground with this sash. And they would either die there or the red and blue blanket, according to some, the red represents, I believe, the Mounties uniform up in the Pacific Northwest. The blue represents the Union cavalry blue of the American armies. The beads that are around the shoulder, the bandolier, are the mescal beads. Okay. Okay, and now Mr. Roy Cook has asked that Wilbur Solomon say a few words in his behalf. Wilbur Solomon.
Well, first of all, I'd like to...
Indian students, most generally, or the Indian powwow clubs, or the Gourd Dance Society, at a park in Burbank. I can't think of what the park's name is right now. Small park over there. They will have a lot of raffles.
to the Gourd Society.